ahead at the Devon County Show with Anthony Gibson. It's been said that young people don't know enough about farming, so what are the basic facts about cattle?
Well, the most important thing to understand about modern cattle is that they tend to be either dairy breeds, which are being kept for their milk production, or beef breeds, which are being kept for their meat production.
I'm here with Michael Dart from Dart's Farm. So, Michael, do you think young people know enough about farming?
I think on the whole they probably don't, because a lot of families buy all their food in supermarkets and there's quite a disconnection between where the food comes from and where you buy it. But that's what's great about things like the Devon County Show here today, where families can come and they can see the livestock, meet the producers, and I think it's bringing the gap of producer and consumer closer together.
Steve Knightley from folk band Show of Hands. So Steve, what do you think about Devon County Show?
I love it. I've been coming here since I was about 13. It wasn't at this site then, it was at a site in the middle of Exeter. So it seems to grow every year, and I'm in Dart's Farm tent, which is another local sort of business that's thriving. So yeah, it's always been a pleasure to come.
Secretary of State, do you think young people know enough about farming?
I think there's real interest in farming. People could always know more. I think farming's changed in recent years. There's real sympathy for food production, real interest in farming as a career, particularly in country areas. But to answer your question bluntly, we can always do better. So I think there is interest. I think things like FACE, getting people to take an interest. I think the NFU's have got schemes getting people to go to farms. I've seen really good schools doing visits to farms, but we could always do more.
We are joined by Simon, who's a farrier trainer and a competitor. What aspects of your job do you enjoy the most?
I suppose working with horses is something I always wanted to do. Originally I wanted to be a vet, but I didn't apply myself well enough at school, so there's a lesson for everybody.
We're joined by John here, who's a blacksmith. How easy is it to get involved with all of this?
It's very easy to get involved, but to get involved to take it forward to a career, it's not quite as easy as it used to be. There are no apprenticeships, or very few apprenticeships for blacksmiths now, and it covers such a wide scope. We run courses actually at West Point so that people can start off and be given enough skills then to build on that, and as a guild they can then come back to us and do more training courses and build on that skill, or they can go to different people. There are certain people around the country that do these different courses.
I'm in the alpaca tent with Richard Harris. He's going to tell me some more about them. So, what's your relation to the alpacas? Do you work with them, or?
Yes, we have a small farm in Sidbury, and we keep the alpacas there and breed, and then shear them once a year for their wool, and then send that off to a mill to be produced into wool for knitting and other craft work and things.
So is alpaca wool, how is it different to sheep's wool? Like, is it softer?
It's very, very soft. Each strand of wool from an alpaca is like a tube, so it's very, very fine but very warm. So it keeps them warm when they live in their native land, which is in South America, in Peru, and in the Andes. So they find the weather here quite nice. Bit wet at times, preferring lack of it. But it's a very, very soft fleece, and very good for producing hand-knitted jumpers. Very fine, but it's very warm.
So is it kind of like an alternative if you had a problem with sheep's wool?
Yes, it's the people who are allergic to sheep's wool find no problem at all with alpaca.
Here it comes. Back if I were you, Dave. getting a lot of back pressure here. And there we have it, folks. I, Titan, am the first robot in the world to inflate a balloon with a bottom burp.